Good afternoon, South Africa. Welcome to Afternoon Express. It's a Thursday afternoon. Just one more day till Friday. I'm Bonnie Mbuli. And coming up on the show today, we delve into the world of social influencers and entertainment bloggers with Sandile Nene, who's the entertainment commentator at Ukhozi FM and founder of South Africa's largest online blogger community. Who's your favorite South African blogger or vlogger? Let us know on social media. Do tweet us at Afternoon Chat using our hashtag Afternoon Express, or pop over to our Facebook page and leave us a comment. Then we look at Experience Fashion Lifestyle, a platform that hosts fashion shows giving young up-and-coming designers the chance to showcase their talent. One such talent is Oloana Welkom, the founder of Smadzadza, and she'll be joining us later on in the show to show off some of her designs. And tonight is the next installment of Presenter Search on 3. The competition is heating up, and this week the contestants are given the challenge of taking over the Espresso morning show for a full 3 hours, which is no small task. Later on, we sit down with one man who was there to take it all in, Espresso presenter Graham Richards. The competition is down to the top 9, and after tonight's episode, another contestant will step out of the spotlight. Now, as we continue to profile each of the contestants, let's meet Valisa Tembe.
Meet the remaining finalists on Presenter Search on 3. From Durban, Valisa Tembe is an actress and YouTuber who loves to give back by volunteering at a children's home in the local community.
Growing up with 4 brothers is like having your worst enemy and your best friend right next door. And there's 4 of them.
Continue to kill the game and slay all day.
I absolutely love working with children because when you work with children, you're dealing with such an innocent and pure soul. I could learn a lot.
A little later on in the show, we've got DJ Dira coming in, and you know his latest single, Malume, oh Malume. Hey, hey, hey.
I want to be a TV presenter because I believe I have the gift of the gab.
And honestly, do you see this personality working in front of a desk? Come join me.
I want to be the type of TV presenter to truly jump out of the TV, be in your home, sit with you on the couch and just have a great conversation.
I'm Valisa Tembe, and thank you for tuning in and making my day every day.
So here's to the future, because we got through the past. I finally found somebody that can make me laugh. Ha 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 ha, you so crazy.
Catch Presenter Search on 3, Thursday nights at 8:30, and watch the top 10 compete to become one of 3 new presenters on SABC3. The stage is yours.
Wow, what a fun personality. Valisa Tembe is absolutely adorable. So social media is truly a revolutionary piece of technology. With nothing but a phone and some data, you can reach millions of people across the world in an instant. And one man who's a testament to the power of social media and vlogging is Sandile Nene, who's the entertainment commentator at Ukhozi FM and founder of South Africa's largest online blogger community. Welcome to the Loft.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, lovely to have you with us. So, armed with a phone, some data bundles, and something to say, you've basically worked yourself into a very influential voice in South Africa's blogosphere. You blog on entertainment, celebrities, events. How did you work yourself into the space?
Okay, basically, I grew up in theatre. I did a lot of shows. I worked with Sandile Nene. I worked with Begim Kwane. And basically, when I started blogging, I didn't have a laptop and I didn't have internet at home. So basically, I would
everything on your phone?
Yeah, so basically, it's either I would have airtime, because that time it wasn't data. So I'd have airtime and then save up money or save my lunch money and then go to an internet cafe, schedule my stuff, respond to emails, approach big sites like Yomzansi, Celebs, and tell them that, guys, listen, I need to write for you. I love writing. I love to tell stories. And then, yeah, that's basically how it's been.
That's how you built yourself up.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of us are on social media, obviously, but and I know that even as a writer, one of the things you have to get over as an obstacle to writing better is believing that people want to hear what you have to say.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And that they can trust you as an information authority or news authority.
Exactly.
How did you develop that confidence?
Basically, writing for news sites like News 24, where I just don't, I don't, on News 24 I didn't write about entertainment, so I needed to put myself out there as this motivational person, and the audience on News 24 can be very harsh sometimes, so I needed
comments section is
exactly,
lit,
exactly, so I needed people to understand that, okay, I'm not just a social butterfly, I'm not just a person that just wants to speak to celebrities, I'm a person that wants to tell stories. I want to tell stories that that every other individual goes through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you've recently gone through is you had to stand your ground against
Yeah.
somebody who was literally trying to steal your platform.
Yes, yes. In
How do you steal a
2012,
platform?
Like, how do you do that? Like, in 2012, I started SA Bloggers, but in 2013, I launched the website. So sabloggers.com was already taken. But then the motor behind SA Bloggers was We Blog for Love. So I did it on weblogforlove.com. And it's been going on for a while, SA Bloggers across social media platforms. And I've met and worked with some amazing people across the country and overseas. And so basically this other person started something on, like, it was SA Bloggers _. And then a friend of mine who works on SABC3, Thabo Mafisa with Oloana Welkom, tagged me on Twitter and they were like, Sandy, have you seen this? I was like, what? Someone's trying to steal my idea.
I love the Twitter police.
Yes, and then when I went there, I approached her, and then she was like, no, your platform only features famous bloggers, and we're trying to do something different. I was like, how do you do that? I was like, okay. Luckily, the friends that I've built and the bloggers that I've made and mentored throughout the time that I started SA Bloggers were backing me up. And then she saw that, okay, she's on her own. I said, okay, I'm going to sue you. This is my platform. I'm giving you 3 hours to take everything down. And then she did. I won. SA Bloggers is still mine.
And you moved down right along.
I moved right along.
Right along, girl.
Yes.
So now, you, apart from just writing about entertainment, events, celebrities, there's also got to be that one thing that you care about.
Yeah.
That thing that underpins everything that you write about, that inspires you, that makes you want to inspire people.
Yeah.
What are some of those issues that you're passionate about?
I'm passionate about, okay, when I used to write for News 24, my cousin is very big. He had a lot of people bullying him and something like that. But then I had the audience, so I had to show his story. So I interviewed many other people who are plus size. And then also a friend of mine was stabbed to death because of his sexuality. Wow. So I shared his story as well. And I'm sorry
to hear that.
Yeah, but I'm fine now, yeah. Thanks to the people, the support. I'm just passionate about telling stories that people don't know or don't have platform to share them.
Yeah. And you've had your own personal journey of having to explain your sexuality to people, explain your choices to people.
Yeah.
How have you gained your ground in that and just stood firm and affirmed your choices and yourself?
Well, growing up, I went to one of the wildest high schools in Ntuzuma because I'm from Inanda.
Shout out to Inanda.
Yes, where I was gay bashed. A bunch of guys on my last matric paper. So a bunch of guys waited for me at the gate and then they hit me. They said I'm stealing their girlfriends because basically me and my friends, I was the only guy, and then there were 9 other girls. So we called ourselves the Big Ten, and then I was always like the cheerleader, you know, the smart one, you know. And they bashed me, they kicked me, and all of that, but no one was there to help me. So as I was telling you that I grew up being on stage, but after that I went through so much struggle in being on the center stage. So I wanted to be behind the scenes and tell other people's stories.
And give power to people's voices.
Exactly.
Well done for standing your ground, and thank you
so much
for just remaining strong and adamant.
Yeah,
that you're going to say what you need to say.
People online and my family on SA Bloggers, they've been amazing.
Yeah.
I have such an amazing team that I work with.
Yeah, I mean, social media can be quite a powerful space. When people love you, they do love you, and they are loyal, and they show their support.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So coming up after the break, Sandile will be back with us later. Head over to our social media platforms and let us know who is your favorite South African blogger or vlogger. It's at Afternoon Chat on Twitter, using our hashtag Afternoon Express, or pop over to Facebook and just go wild. After the break, we focus on fashion with Xperience Fashion Lifestyle, a platform that hosts events specifically to give exposure to up-and-coming designers.
Express yourself.
What the fridge? Shut the front door. Winter Home is back.
Yes, the 5th season of Winter Home is looking for contestant design duos.
And this year it's happening in the glorious Cape.
If you think you have what it takes to serve up some design, razzle and dazzle,
And have the eye for details?
then apply now to be one of the design duos, each decorating an apartment in Somerset West.
Competing for the title of Best Design Duo and stand the chance of winning the cash prize worth
100,000 Rand!
Season 5 of Winner Home is looking for 3 design duos who will decorate 3 penthouse apartments on the Pontyflay Lifestyle Estate in Somerset West, developed by Baldwin Properties.
For details of how to apply, go to winnerhome.tv.
This is your opportunity to make a name for yourself in the South African interior design industry and make the stage yours.
Apply now to be a design contestant duo on winnerhome.tv.
Coming soon to SABC3.
The stage is yours!
A warm welcome back to Afternoon Express live on SABC3. Now, fashion design is one of the hardest industries to break into, and for many young designers, a platform to showcase their talent is tough to find. This is what motivates Xperience Fashion Lifestyle. They host fashion events that give up-and-coming talent the opportunity to show off what they've got. On the couch right now, joining us is Elliot Nene, who is a production stylist at Xperience Fashion Lifestyle. Now, welcome.
Thank you.
Lovely
Thank
to have
so
you with
much.
us.
Thanks.
So, what is your background in fashion and what attracted you to this platform?
I've done retail stores, and then after that, I was approached by Primrose Skolo, who is the founder of Xperience Lifestyle Fashion Show. And then she said to me, you know what, Elliot, I need you to come and work with us.
Yeah.
You know, we've got this big project. And then I said, yeah, why not? And then she explained exactly what I need to do. So, so basically, in the brand, I style. So I work with the designers and obviously assist them in terms of accessories. What is the right shoe, you know, because they would obviously bring their range and then work with them and tell them, okay, this shoe works for this outfit, these earrings maybe works for this outfit.
Yeah, and obviously as a production stylist, you also try to tie everything together to tell a coherent story.
Yes.
Right, for the experience. I mean, I've been to one of the Xperience fashion events and it was absolutely beautifully put together. But one of the things that you guys like to do is to bring fashion into raw spaces. And you say you love to create magic
Yes.
in unique raw spaces. Tell us about that.
We love using raw spaces, basically, because when we actually started with these fashion shows, we were at a dealership whereby everything was just raw. And we turned it into magic.
Yeah. And how do you scout your designers? Where do you find your models? Are you very specific about where your participants have to come from?
The brand, what we did is, Primrose Scholar actually, what she did is she saw the need in her community of designers that have the talent, have the skill, but they don't have resources. And then she was the one that scouted all these designers, and then we brought them together, and then we did these fashion shows.
Yeah. And what are some of the benefits that the designers glean from being part of this experience?
One of our designers, Oloana, is also here today. What she shared with us was the fact that after the fashion show, she gained a lot of customers. You know, there's people now that are contacting her in terms of buying clothes, you know, and we've got a closed group as well, whereby we share all the information with them in terms of where they need to go in terms of their businesses, for their businesses to grow, obviously.
That's absolutely amazing. And it's been since 2015 that you started this platform, and you've had 5 events since. What are some of the objectives that you still want to see come to fruition?
What we want to see all our designers obviously grow in terms of their range, and we want them to be confident, you know. And what we love about them as well is the fact that their range is ready-to-wear garments, you know.
Yeah.
They can showcase it now, and then you can still buy it and wear it.
Yeah.
Because another thing that we do is, when we do fashion shows, we do shopping parties as well, whereby that range goes to a shopping party whereby all the designers can sell all their clothes.
Right. I mean, starting a platform like this can't be easy, especially in a space like the Western Cape, where we don't often see young black designers getting the right platform. So what are some of the biggest challenges you guys have faced along the way?
The beauty about us is the fact that there's a team, you know, we've got a team.
Yeah.
The challenge, though, is the fact that we don't have how can I put it? We don't have sponsors, obviously, to do the show, but nevertheless, we do it anyways. You know,
you make it happen.
We make it happen. We have to make it happen.
Yeah.
And we get guidelines, and we get people that are there to coach us in terms of doing these events.
Yeah. I mean, apart from just getting these amazing designers, beautiful models, and putting together these events, the spirit of it is really entrepreneurial. It's trying to teach people how to become entrepreneurs. How do you do that in your own way? And what are some of the things that you've learned along the way about entrepreneurship?
We do workshops as well with these designers and models. We've got model coaches, you know, we've got speakers, people that come and tell us about fashion, you know. I mean, we've had you also in one of our shows, you know, so that's how we keep going, basically.
Yeah, that's really beautiful to see. And I've also seen some established designers come behind you and support you and come and speak at your events.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So what does the future hold for Fashion Xperience?
For Fashion Xperience, what we want to do is we want to do like a journal series for all the designers, for people out there that are not designers that would love to be designers. We want to tell a story about a designer. Where did they start? Where are they going? You know, for people to see out there, you know what, I can also be a designer.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, it's not an easy industry, and there's so much to learn. Yeah.
It's not easy at all.
What you're doing is truly inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you.
So after the break, we meet one of the designers from Xperience Fashion Lifestyle, Oloana Welkom, who is the founder of Smadzadza. Plus, we head to the kitchen where Chef Clem shows us how to make waffles using Clover Super M.
Wake up with your feel-good breakfast show Espresso to get a healthy dose of the most energetic breakfast crew in Mzansi. That's Espresso, weekdays 6 to 9 a.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back. We're in the kitchen whipping up something sweet. Take a moment in between all the madness and join us as we whip up a batch of waffles using Clover Super M. It's the perfect treat on any given day. To get the list of ingredients you'll need for this tasty recipe, SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. SMSs cost R1.50 and no free SMSs apply.
And it's a really simple recipe.
Yes.
So in this bowl already, I've got.
I love how creative you get with your Super
You know
M.
what? I love Super M. I mean, the thing is, it's low fat. It makes for a great pre-workout, post-workout, intra-workout. True story. Those big dudes in gyms will be drinking Super M.
Post, all day.
It's because of the fact that it's low in fat and it really does deliver that dairy goodness. You know, and there's protein in that dairy, and gym guys are all about that protein. So so straight into this guy. In the bowl, I've got some flour, baking powder, sugar, and salt.
Okay.
It kind of sounds like a very generic mix to like any
Flour,
pancake,
baking
waffle.
powder, sugar, salt.
Exactly, but things get a bit crazy when we add our Super M. But let's talk about this first. So some eggs, will you get that a good mix?
Of course.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. And then I've got some vanilla. I like using vanilla paste. I find that the flavor of vanilla paste is quite intense.
Strong.
Right? Yeah. And it becomes like a real ingredient. Like you can, like what is that? You can really taste the vanilla in there. Cool. And now, can you just pick up that one on the side for me?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with strawberry because I'm really loving my Super M strawberry right now.
Also, you love the color.
I do. It actually turns your waffles pink, which is
Pink waffles.
crazy. You know what? Green waffles also look pretty crazy as well. You know, but I'm gonna go with pink today. So the good thing is the bit of lumps that are in there. Don't be scared of them.
Don't be scared of the lumps.
Don't be scared of the lumps at all.
I'm always scared of lumps in any dish.
No, never. Not with a pancake batter, not with a waffle batter. You're safe, you're good. That actually adds to a bit of the texture of the waffle. So this is super easy. I like to let my waffle batter rest for about 10 minutes before I pop into waffle iron.
Yeah.
Okay,
Your waffle iron looks lethal.
You know what? I've actually learned waffle irons. If you don't have one at home, don't stress. If you have a griddle pan, just put like a nice dollop of this batter in your griddle pan. Let it sizzle for a bit, then turn it over. Griddle pan waffles.
Oh, yes,
yeah, absolutely.
you're right.
So let me get a spoonful of this. And besides the color, that's super rad pink, you can smell the strawberry.
Let me bring that closer so you don't have to do a lot of
You know what?
spillage.
And I actually did, and I'm so proud of myself. You can smell the strawberry that's in here.
You can.
You can. And the big thing about waffles, and I learned this the hard way a while ago, never fill your waffle iron corner to corner.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna bubble out and it's gonna end up all over the
Spill out
counter.
on the sides.
Yeah, it's not fun. At least it takes about 3 minutes. The good thing about this batter is that it'll stay in a piping bag in your fridge for about 3 days.
3 days?
Yeah, so for 3 days you'll be having waffles for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yummy.
Really? I've melted some chocolate over there, some white chocolate. Dipped a few strawberries in some like dark chocolate. You know what I mean?
See, you went big right here.
Make it formal waffles.
Make it your own, have fun.
Absolutely, but my next flavor is I'm going to be doing banana and I'm going to be doing chocolate waffles.
Have you tried the chocolate ones?
I did, it's pretty cool, I like it, but I feel like I want to play around with the combinations. I want to make like crazy flavors.
Yeah, you can make like mint chocolate.
Cream soda,
or cream soda chocolate, more like it.
Exactly, but that's how simple it is.
Wow.
Try it tonight. It's quick and simple. 3 minutes is it, done.
Thank you, Clem. We can
You're
always
welcome.
count on you to get very creative with your Super M's. So tasty and sweet and always a treat. What's not to love? Remember to SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe sent to your device. And in case you missed any of these steps, here's a quick recap.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, before the break, we looked at Xperience Lifestyle Fashion, a series of events that give up-and-coming designers the platform to showcase their talent. One such designer is Oloana Welkom, founder of the label called Smadzadza, and she describes her perfect client as the fashion-forward young woman who exudes confidence. Welcome to the loft, Oloana.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
love
for
that
having me.
name, Smadzadza. It reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah.
Whenever you look dressed up and pretty, the grown folk would say, Smadzadza, Sisi,
Exactly.
right?
That's what I used to get as well, wearing my own stuff.
Why did you call your range that? Or your
It
label?
goes way back when I was a school kid. Growing up, I used to watch my mom sew a lot, so that I drew an interest in sewing my own stuff as well. So on CV's day at school, I would wear stuff that I would have altered.
You would make?
Oh my word, yeah.
How old were you there?
Gosh, I was still a teenager. I was in primary school living in Joburg.
Yeah, you've got that teenager look on your eyes.
Yeah, so that pic actually, I was entering a beauty pageant over guys. Yeah, so I would alter my own stuff and wear them like on CV's day at school. So whenever I would rock up, then my friends would be like, Smadzadza. So I thought, okay, fine, you know what? Studying fashion and all of that. So then I took that name and made it into a brand.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you study fashion?
I studied fashion, yes, after high school.
And weren't you scared that it would be a difficult industry to crack?
I did, but because I had the passion for it, I felt it's something that I needed to do because I grew up with it, you know what I mean? Oh,
yeah. Gosh, wow. So how did you find yourself now working with Fashion Lifestyle Xperience?
Oh, it's been a great exposure. Primrose Skolo, I actually found out about her from a friend of mine whom I studied with, and she was like, you know, you're so into this more than I am, so here's a number, contact this person and see where you get.
It takes you.
Yeah. So I thought, okay, why not? Because so I contacted Primrose, and she told me about the fashion Xperience fashion lifestyle, and I thought, okay, let me just design a range and see where that takes me. Yeah, and it's been a great exposure. I've got so many orders now from the fashion show that I did recently.
That's
with
amazing.
Her. So it's been a great platform.
It must be a great feeling as a designer to put so much work into a fashion show and actually get the results of big orders from people.
It is, because you know, being in the fashion industry, it's been tough. Because when I was fresh out of college, I tried looking for a job in the industry, and it's been tough. So I decided, you know what, since I can't even get a job, like I might as well just, you know, launch my own fashion fashion line. So I decided to go on that route, and I've never looked back. And because of the passion, you know, like, passion is what drives you mostly, and because this is like it's like a calling, man. You know what I mean? You can't ignore it.
Yeah.
So you just gotta keep pushing and pushing, and this is where I am now, and I'm happy.
You obviously love beautiful things.
I do.
Yeah. And what kind of a woman wears Smadzadza?
Basically, Smadzadza is for the fashion-forward young woman who, like you said, exudes confidence, and she's independent, she's a go-getter, you know, she knows what she wants and goes for it. Though she's still climbing the corporate ladder, you know, she's ambitious, she loves what the luxuries that life has to offer. So I'm trying to communicate with that woman, you know,
through your designs.
Yes, because I like designing timeless pieces that, you know, you can wear, that will be relevant even like 5 years down the line, you know what I mean?
That's beautiful. And I mean, most of us in our lives, our mothers or the matriarchs in our families influence our fashion sense. And your latest range is inspired by your mother. Tell us about that.
Yeah, my mom passed away in 2014 with cancer. So I designed a range in her honor, you know, because I wanted to honor the strong, phenomenal woman that she was.
And the gift she gave
you know, because she was, I mean, her sense of fashion and how much of a lady she was, you know. And at times I wish I could be the mother that she was to me, to my children one day. And, you know, she's always tried to be the best mother that she could be to myself and my younger brother, you know. And it was also a way of thanking her for being, you know, trying to be the best mother that she could be to us.
Well, we're fortunate today to be able to see some of the range. So we're going to show you tidbits from the range, and you've brought some models with you.
Yes.
And take us through it.
I put my models in dukes because that is what she would wear to, as a sign of respect to her in-laws. This is a close-fitting dress, something that she liked wearing to, show her curves, because she had curves in all the right places.
So she's going to cover her head at her in-laws' place, but she's going to show her curves.
Yeah. Yeah, because she
hilarious.
was just like that, She was always like a drama queen when she wanted to be. Yeah. I've used the black and white monochrome because she was very much into black and white prints. And I've put some sexy detail at the back with a nice long tie going all the way down there. Yeah.
Right. Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, she's looking gorgeous.
Yeah. So what do we have here?
And this is one of the styles she was very into, being the petite woman that she was.
Yes.
Still, again, the black and white monochrome, and showing a bit of leg there because she had
and her figure, right?
She had awesome legs. Yes.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
dropped neckline there. Just adding a bit of sexiness.
That's beautiful. How do you think she'd feel if she saw you now?
I think she'd be very proud because after showcasing this whole range, I actually dreamt of her.
Aww.
Yeah, she appeared in my dreams and she just gave me the smile, and I just knew.
Yeah.
I just knew she was just
Oof,
proud.
this is hot.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, she was so into white, so I had to have something white because she was very obsessed with white. There's a bit of sexiness as well with the buttoned up skirt.
Yeah. I love that sheer shirt.
Yeah, with the skirt, added a bit of, a pop of color because she wasn't afraid to play with color as well. Yeah.
Wow,
that chunky
beautiful.
collar there going on.
Ooh, I see myself in that shirt.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, I tried to add a bit of the 80s sexiness there with that dress.
Yeah.
Very short.
Yeah, girl.
That length, you
don't wear that to the in-laws.
No, she would wear that length only around the house.
Yeah.
And when there'd be a knock at the door.
Or when you leave the in-laws' house.
Yeah, so that she only wore like indoors. She wore that indoors.
Yeah.
And if there'd be like a knock at the door, she'd be like, "Oh, Mtanam, please get that. I need to go and change because I don't want anybody seeing me in that length." So,
I love it.
She was just funny like that. Yeah, short things were only meant for her to like.
I love a traditional
indoors.
slay queen.
Yeah,
I love
you know
it.
what I mean? Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your designs with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good luck. So coming up after the break, we're back in the kitchen, and this time we're joined by conscious chef Storm Roger, and she's making decadent chocolate truffles minus the guilt. And we turn our attention to Presenter Search on 3. Tonight is the Espresso Morning Show Takeover, and we get the lowdown with presenter Graham Richards.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back. By now, it's no secret that everyone loves chocolate and some don't have the willpower to avoid it. So today we've got Storm Roger back in the kitchen with us, preparing decadent chocolate truffles for all the chocolate lovers out there. Best part is that it's healthy too. So Storm, where do we start? Everything looks so beautiful.
Oh, I'm so happy to be back here. I love coming to the studio.
Yeah.
So these are cool. These are really decadent little truffles. I mean, obviously that dark chocolate kind of rich experience, but they are loaded with nutrients.
Yes.
They're very good for you.
Yeah.
They are so super simple. I mean, easy to make. One bowl. We're not even going to bake them because obviously they're raw.
Yes.
So in order to keep them raw, we need to not cook them just to maintain all those nutrients. So can I just...
you can go right ahead.
Can I get in? So all you really need, the kids love this. This is a really fun thing for the kids to do because it's just one bowl. It's super fun. You know, the batter tastes really good. So what I'm going to do is the hero of the show. I'm going to start with him or her or it, which is raw cacao, which is just such an amazing little... plant.
Superfood,
I mean, it's magnesium off the charts, it's antioxidants off the charts, and it's also a natural mood lifter.
Wow.
So if you're feeling down, you want to have some of these truffles. And so
well, I've had the pleasure of watching you make them live at your conscious cooking workshop, and they are so healthy, super healthy.
They're so healthy, but you feel so good afterwards.
Yeah,
you know, if you can make the taste buds happy and the body at the same time, you've done something good.
It's a bonus, yeah.
Okay, so the next star of the show is maca root powder, which is another superfood, and maca root is the fertility superfood. So that's the hormone balancer. I mean, it's incredible for women especially. So if you are trying to have a little baby, you want to have lots of maca.
Lots of maca
for those ladies out there.
Makers.
And then some cinnamon, just for some flavor, but also cinnamon is a natural anti-inflammatory and a natural blood sugar balancer.
Perfect.
So, and then we're going to do a little bit of vanilla paste. You can also use the pod.
Both you and Clem love vanilla paste,
Yes, we do. It's just such a good flavor. So this is a nut butter, and this is a macadamia nut butter.
Okay.
I just want to say that this recipe can use any nut butter. So you can use cashew nut butter, almond butter, even peanut butter works. And then for the sweetener, I'm using some organic maple syrup. You can use agave as well if you want to get in there with some agave. Some coconut cream. This is all just going straight into the bowl, and then you're just going to mix this up.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically you want to get that guy nice and mixed. You do want to spend a little bit of time mixing it, otherwise you're going to get like sort of pockets of superfoods in your mouth. As amazing as they are, you kind of want them to be blended into the recipe.
Yeah, you do. You want it to be smooth.
Exactly. And so you don't want to, once you've done your stirring, Bonnie, I'm just going to say, you just keep stirring that. I'm going to set that aside.
Yeah.
Once you've done your stirring, it's very important that you don't try and make that into balls. It's just going to stick. It's going to be messy.
Yes.
But not in a good way.
And you're going to think you got it wrong.
You're going to think you got it wrong. So you put that in the fridge, you let that sit for 20 minutes. Come back, and in about 20 minutes, it's fascinating. It turns into this
That's what you have, chocolate heaven clay.
Basically, exactly. So now we're going to have some fun. So my hands are very clean. I'm going to put a little bit of extra cacao on there, and I'm going to get in, and I'm going to grab a little bit. And I've got myself a little bowl. And I'm having some fun. This is where the kids really love it because this gets really playful. Okay, and then the next and the third star of the show is these cool little organic white mulberries.
I love those. I love those.
Tastes like caramel, high in antioxidants, high in fiber, another blood sugar balancer. They actually use these in South America to build strength in the tribes.
Really?
So this is strength building. So you're going to take it, I don't know, I'll show it like that. You're going to pop these guys in there, in a little dumpling, fold them over like a little fat guy.
Like a little surprise in the middle.
Exactly. It's going to be like a little wafer, and you're going to roll it into a ball. Okay. And once you've got them into little balls, they are going to look like this.
Yes.
So once you've got them into balls, you pop them in the freezer for about 20 minutes.
Another 20 minutes. Okay.
The freezer part is important. That's like your baking. And once you've got them out of the freezer, you guys you're going to get these little cool little sets. Truffles.
Balls, yeah.
They're going to be firm, they're going to be edible, and you can actually eat them straight out of the freezer. So the freezer is like the oven. And so what I've got here is I've got some cacao nibs, I've got some toasted pistachios that I've crushed, I've got some desiccated coconut, and then
now
you can
I finally know what to do with my cacao nibs because
well, this is the best way to do it because they're
quite a strong
flavor, and they've got a very bitter. So this is a nice neutralizer because there's quite a lot of sweetness in these balls. So the cacao nibs actually just add a good crunch.
Yes, a good balance.
But it's balanced out, and then so you're basically getting these little guys. Well, I'm just going to leave them in there.
Yeah.
And then these crushed pistachios, and then you're going to get this cool little.
You can add them here.
There we go. There they are. Beautiful. So that's your finished product.
So you've crushed your pistachios in there.
This was literally pistachios put into the NutriBullets and just blended up. So it almost looks like matcha, but it's actually not. But you could use matcha powder as well.
And you can eat these at any time because they are superfoods. You don't have to wait till you're eating dessert,
when I'm on the run, when I need like a bit of a pick-me-up, when I'm
pre-workout, post-workout,
post-workout, before bed, first thing in the morning. I eat them all the time. And then you can also store them in the freezer for like up to 2 weeks.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So they really are like, as I say, they're a decadent treat, but they're really good for you, and the kids will love them as a little snack. any time of the day.
Well, I can't wait to make them. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Bonnie.
So to make these quick and easy chocolate treats at home, simply SMS the keyword treat to 33650 to get the recipe and link sent directly to your device.
If you do just one thing this year, bank better in 2018. Get the Capitec credit card with a limit of up to 150,000 Rand with personalized interest from 12.9% based on your credit profile and affordability. Bank better to live better with Capitec.
Last week on Presenter Search on 3, one of the top 10 was eliminated. And as the competition heats up, so do the challenges. In tonight's episode, the top 9 are thrown into the deep end and tasked with co-presenting the Espresso Morning Show live. Espresso's very own Graham Richards is in the studio to tell us more about their performance. Graham, welcome.
Thank you so much. Getting to know Baxter.
I know.
And he's pretty chilled with me.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
he's fallen for you, I see.
Yeah, man.
He's never like this with anyone.
He's just looking for donuts. He's like, where's the dog? The cat and dog donut. Very, very cool, man. But I'm going to let you do your thing there,
wow.
dude. Sweet thing. Good to be here, man.
Lovely. We love having you here.
Yeah,
yeah. You're such a joke as well. You guys threw the presenters, the contestants, into quite a deep end.
Very much so. I don't want to say us, the judges. I mean, we tried to create as much of a safe place. This wasn't about sabotaging them. It was about giving them a platform to kind of really show themselves. But as you would know, live TV is a completely different
beast.
It's
no joke.
So, and it takes a long time. I mean, Zoe, who came through the Presenter Search Network, it's taken her a couple of years to find her confidence in her feet, and she is incredibly talented. So
she is.
We didn't expect anyone to kind of hit the ground running and be absolutely ready and masterful. So we didn't want to destroy their confidence, but have a lot of evil fun with them along the way. So there were quite a few curveballs, and I have to say everyone really did step up. Maybe you can see the skills still need to be honed and developed, but the most important thing...
Or this just settling into their own confidence and space. It takes a while.
The key thing we were looking for, I think, down to the last man on set, from cameraman to producers, and I'm hoping the judges were focused, was authenticity and how they got on with everyone else. Because in a live, you're a tiny little cog in a very big machine.
Big machine.
And treat people with respect and have love for each other. And
make it easy for people to keep going and make the show work.
Because it's crazy. I mean, you know the pace of this show. It's crazy. I just watched you sprint and dive over cameramen and tiger roll in here and jump up in heels, But there is a kind of a pace and an energy that the viewers, I think that's what they feed off, is that organic stuff. So you get words that you've got to kind of absorb and you've got to understand. And
information that you've got to get your head around,
and then your director's telling you, okay, now 10 seconds, we've got to count you out, but you had 30 seconds prepared for this, and now suddenly they've changed what you're linking into, and there's very few places to hide. But we were so chuffed with them. They were cool. No one came with a big head. They asked a lot of questions.
Good. Questions are good.
Cool,
Any funny stories or surprises or oopsies?
There were a couple. There was one presenter, and I task everyone watching, one guy who stepped up. He had a couple of... He mentioned facts, and it's always a thing where you go out there and you start telling your guest about themselves, mentioning facts about, and I'm not even going to say because I want you to watch tonight and identify, but it had to do with Fresh and his crew. They're obviously from Metro, and then was corrected, and then did it again, and then was corrected, and did it again, and we were like, oh my word. But the way that he handled that, and how he took it on the chin, and he didn't get all kind of awkward about it, showed a real talent there, and I think he might be one to watch. I'm not going to reveal who, but hopefully you can figure it out. But I had a blast.
I think I can figure it out.
Yeah, I think you might be able to, but I don't want to kind of play favourites because they've all got different
I'm dying to ask you
strengths.
who your favourite is, but I can't ask you that because if you asked me, I'd say no, I'm not telling.
I had a favourite going into this just based purely on what I've been watching. Then I bonded with Shannon, who's one of the younger guys, but we got to talk footy, and after that we were all World Cup and we were like bros, and he had to do news bulletins and all sorts of things that I could tell were like really, and he was like Angelique Kerber taking part in the Wimbledon, but he took it again on the chin. He understood that it happens daily. We all fluff, we all make these things. Problem is on Express, if you make a mistake, you know that Kat or Ewan or one of the other presenters is going to call you on it 2 seconds later. So check your ego, and there's our floor manager laughing in the background.
Check your ego. There's nothing as humbling as live TV, I tell you.
But it's
now.
fun. Isn't it the best?
It is. The adrenaline rush, I love it.
So for me, I think this is probably going to be the best episode of Presenter Search to date.
Tonight.
Because it's not contrived, it's not pieced together or overproduced. They came, they were shoved on live TV, and this is what went down.
And hopefully they conquered.
I really think they did. I mean, they're in the industry now. And this is what I kept trying to reinforce with them. It's like, you're not going to become...
And the thing about being on Espresso is that you actually have to be able to dance. You have to be a semi-professional dancer.
As the only non-musical person on set.
I've never been tested like that.
I'm a sports dude. I'm a sports presenter who spends his night studying World Cup games and then arrives at work and has to sing, has to dance, has to put on blonde wigs, and I have no musicality.
Is that why you're always hiding in the back?
I'll throw down, girl. That's, I think, the one thing that I was blessed with was an absolute lack of sense of consequence, and that's what you need for live TV. You don't care what you look like, don't care what you sound like.
You have to keep it moving. Dust yourself off and keep it moving.
And then just prepare for people to laugh at you and laugh with them rather than have your feelings hurt. But from that perspective, I mean, they got a dose, and it was a Friday, so there was Friday dance, and there was sport, and it's the World Cup, and it was madness, and there were omelette challenges, and they actually made a really good omelette, which none of our celebrity guests ever do. So well done for that. But it's with lots of abs around. Oaks it was very much. It felt like espresso.
It was a real
every day.
espresso.
It was a
morning.
real espresso.
Perfect.
So I'm very proud. So all of the contestants. I mean, it's awful that one of them has to go.
Yeah.
And one of them will be eliminated after that challenge.
But
which
it's
is
a great feat
making
it this far.
Yeah. You're in the industry. You have already started your job.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Graham. We love having you here. You're our honorary guest always.
Anytime, you know.
So make sure you catch all the action from tonight's episode of Presenter Search on 3 at 8:30 on SABC3. And don't forget, if you missed tonight's episode, you can watch the repeat on Saturday at 12 p.m. Can't wait.
The next challenge is co-hosting the Expresso Morning Show live in front of the whole of South Africa for the full 3 hours.
This Thursday on Presenter Search on 3. It's the Expresso Morning Show takeover as contestants are put through the ultimate pressure test. That's Presenter Search on 3, Thursday night at 8:30 on SABC3. Repeat Saturdays at 12 midday. The stage is yours.
Bank better to live better with Capitec.
It's been a great, inspiring show, and we're back on the couch with our guests, Sandile, Elliot, and Oloana. So just to wrap everything up, I mean, you guys have done such great work from scratch. Yeah. You created something where there was nothing. Yeah. And a lot of people watching want to know, how do they do it? Can you just give us a brief tidbit to success?
For me, mostly, I would say it's passion. You know, if you're not driven by passion, then, you know, you're just nothing. Because fashion is a difficult industry to get into, you know. But if you've got the passion, it just drives you. Yeah. You know, yeah, you find the drive in the passion. Yeah. Because it's like a calling, man. Then you can't ignore it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, I would always say, follow your dream and believe in what you do, no matter what. Always believe in what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, for those of you guys that want to get into blogging, make sure that you do so much research. Do it for the love, do it for the dedication, and yeah, do what you love and you'll be amazing eventually.
Eventually.
Yes.
I love your honesty. Thank you so much for inspiring us today, guys, and joining us in the loft.
Thank you for having us.
Good luck. Yeah, so join us again tomorrow when we sit down with SAFTA award-winning actress Muthabi Jelele, who starred in Generations and Madam and Eve as Eve. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you same time, same place. Good night. Happy eating. God bless.
Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.